He was born as Napoleon Bonaparte in 1769 on the rocky island of Corsica. Life was tough. His family was minor nobility, not rich, not powerful. And yet, he had ambition, massive ambition. He studied at military schools in France. Some called him arrogant, too outspoken, too ambitious. Yeah, apparently that's a crime when you're trying to take over Europe. By his teens, Napoleon had learned artillery, strategy, and tactics. But more importantly, he learned to think like a leader who would one day reshape the map of Europe forever. France was in chaos. Revolutions swept the country. Kings had been overthrown. Nobles fled. Guillotines ruled the streets. And Napoleon? He thrived in chaos. He rose quickly through the military ranks thanks to skill, daring, and ambition. Every victory, every clever maneuver, every bold decision added to his reputation. Basically, hey Europe, watch this kid from Corsica show you how it's done. By his mid-20s, he was already a general. Too young, some said. Too brash. Others said. Perfectly suited, history says. His first major campaign was in Italy. Napoleon took a ragtag army and turned it into a finely tuned machine. He crushed Austrian forces again and again, using speed, strategy, and psychological warfare. He didn't just win battles, he rewrote how wars could be fought. There's the story of him crossing the Alps on the back of a mule with cannons, soldiers, and a plan that no one thought would work. And it did. Victory, brilliance, history. And yes, he liked to win so much that some historians think he literally invented the term flexing on the enemy. Next came Egypt. Napoleon wanted to threaten Britain's trade routes and spread French influence in the Middle East. The Battle of the Pyramids? Legendary. His army faced overwhelming odds, yet he used the square formation to crush the Mamluk cavalry with precision and panache. The British Navy, however, proved troublesome. Admiral Nelson sank the French fleet at Aboukir Bay. Napoleon had to retreat, but he didn't lose his reputation. No, he returned to France as if nothing had happened, just in time to see the revolution's chaos turn into opportunity. And he seized it. Politically, I mean, not with cannons, yet. By 1799, Napoleon staged a coup. France had a new government, the consulate, and Napoleon, first consul. All power, all eyes on him. He reformed France, laws, education, taxation, government bureaucracy. Citizens began to see order in the chaos. The economy stabilized. France began to rise again. Then, in 1804, he crowned himself emperor. Yes, he put the crown on his own head. Because apparently even history needs a little drama. Napoleon wasn't content to just rule France. He wanted Europe. Austria, Prussia, Russia, Spain. Armies fell to his strategies. The Battle of Austerlitz in 1805, masterstroke. Facing a numerically superior enemy, he lured them into a trap, split their forces, and won decisively. The Battle of Jena in 1806. Prussia never recovered. He moved armies faster than anyone thought possible, struck hard, and won repeatedly. And yes, he did enjoy a dramatic pause before striking. Classic Napoleon. Even in Spain, with guerrilla fighters, he adapted. Sometimes brutal, sometimes clever, always effective. But even geniuses have limits. In 1812, Napoleon invaded Russia. Grand plan, brilliant. Execution, disaster. The Russians retreated, burned their own cities, and let winter do its work. Harsh cold, disease, hunger. Hundreds of thousands of men perished. From an army of 600,000, barely 100,000 returned. The unstoppable Napoleon slowed down. Exiled to Elba in 1814, Napoleon didn't stay put for long. Within a year, he returned to France, reclaimed power, and rallied an army in what would be known as the 100 Days. For a moment, it seemed like the unstoppable force had returned. The crown, the glory, almost his again. But then came Waterloo, 1815, his final battle. Strategy failed. Luck failed. The Allies crushed him. He surrendered, and the last chapter of his empire began. Exile to St. Helena, far from home, where he would spend the rest of his life. Napoleon's name endures. Laws, military tactics, and political reforms shaped Europe long after he was gone. He modernized armies, reorganized governments, codified laws, and inspired leaders around the world. He was a military genius, a political mastermind, a reformer, and yes, sometimes an egomaniac. From Corsica to the heart of Europe, from triumph to exile, he changed the course of history forever. He was Napoleon Bonaparte, and the world would never be the same. If you enjoyed this deep dive into ancient history, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and comment what historical figure I should cover next. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.